Good afternoon, or good morning, I guess it is. Welcome to RobMotive. We're here with the new 2025 Toyota Tacoma. I think this is the first live stream I've actually done with the truck. Now, I haven't done a live stream in a while actually, so I'm not quite sure if this thing is working right. So leave a comment of some sort down below. Let me know. Can you see me? There we go. Good afternoon from Lancaster, PA. Chuck, how you doing? Thank you for saying something. That way at least I know something is happening. So if anybody's new on here, looks like we have about 18 people or something so far. This is, you got a B or something. This is the 2025, I think I said 4. It's the 2025 Toyota Tacoma. I recently traded the 2024 that I had. So if you watch the channel, you know that. If you don't, what is wrong with you? I don't know why. But anyway, it is the TRD off-road. It is a 4x4. Before, of course, I had a 4x2. Took a lot of flack for that. That's not really why I bought the 4x4. I've talked about why I traded and why I bought the 4x4. So if you want to know, if you don't already, then let me know. Mainder Chang, do you happen to know the 2025 TRD Pro tailpipe will fit the 6-foot bed? Since it's a longer bed, I would assume it's a longer tailpipe, but I do not know that for sure. Clyde, everything is coming through clear. Awesome, thank you. Chad, you are coming through loud and clear. That's good. I'm usually so loud that people say I don't even need a mic. You could just be sitting at home with your camera on mute and you can hear me from there. That's usually how loud I am. Carl, hello from North Texas. Well, hello from South Texas. We're in deep South Texas here. It's, I don't know, probably 70 degrees, maybe a little more. It's like hazy, sunny or something. It's nice. I'm out here in short sleeve shirts. I could even do the sleeveless today. It's that nice outside. Anyway, not really a fashion channel, so we're not gonna do any more with that. Let's talk about the 2025. What I had done originally is I was going to get a white one. I was going to go with a stormtrooper kind of theme, right? I've never had a white truck except for the Gladiator. I did have a Gladiator in white. I always forget about that. I don't know why. But I've never had a white Tacoma. But then this one came up. This is the Terra color. If you're not familiar, this is the new to the TRD off-road, not new to Toyota. They had it in the Pro for the 2024s. And it's funny, I went to Lowe's today because I needed some hardware for a mod I'm going to do. I've been doing some things under the hood. I'm going to show you guys in just a minute, and I guess in the cab. I'll show you what I've been doing. But I had to go get some hardware, some screws and nuts and washers and stuff. And I pulled in, and there is a Sequoia TRD Pro. And it's in the Terra color, exactly like my Tacoma. So you know I had to park near it, right? Because that's what you do. Even if it's not a Tacoma, it was still the same color and it was a Toyota. So I had to park by it. Anyway, let's lift the hood. Show you guys what I've been doing. You're going to get a little bit of a sneak peek, I guess. Because unless you're part of my Facebook group, which there's always a link down below in every video. If you're not, you can check that out. It's free. Excuse me. And join up over there. That group is growing like mad. It's amazing to me. It's growing way faster than the channel is for some reason. I don't know why. Clyde, got a question for you. Have you had the new truck long enough to say you like the Pro more than the Sport? I don't have a Pro. I've never owned a Pro, so I cannot answer that question. This is a TRD off-road. So no, I can't say I've never had a Pro. But let's pop the hood. One of the most recent things that I've done with the truck, you guys may notice if you're familiar, let's see, is this. Huh? How about that? You've got to have that on a Toyota Tacoma, right? Or really any truck. I don't really care what truck you drive. You've got to have hood struts if it didn't come with it. And why Toyota doesn't do that, I mean, I'd pay an extra couple $100 or something for it. Toyota is missing out. Maybe they're so concerned that the struts are going to give way and chop somebody's head off that they stay away, because they seem to be very afraid of potential issues, and maybe rightfully so, because not too long ago they had an accelerator pedal problem sticking, and it's because the frickin' floor mat would get over it or bind under it, and it caused the floor mats to push on the accelerator. Well, you know that was a problem, right? So maybe they're afraid of that. Fred Sausage. Clear here, Rob, both literally rather, and figuratively. Awesome. Clyde, sorry, I meant the off-road, LOL. There are some differences between the off-road and the sport, other than the hood scoop, of course, which I really do dig the hood scoop. I wish this came with a hood scoop, honestly, even though that weakens the hood, and it does, and gives you a more vibraty or bouncing around kind of hood. I still wish that it came with, or you had the option to get it with a spoiler or a hood scoop. Clyde, off-road. Yep, I understood. There are some differences, for sure. Are they major differences? Depends on how sensitive you are, right? Let's take a look. I'm gonna flip you guys around. There's the awesome Tesla sitting there, by the way. My favorite car of all time. But under the hood, as I mentioned, we did the hood struts. You can see them over there. They are red line. They are bolt on, and all of the hardware, except for one bolt, is already on the truck, except for the brackets and the struts themselves. But you already have everything that you need to hold that on, man. Busted Radial Garage. Congratulations on the new truck. Curious to see the new upgrades. There are things coming, and of course, in the beginning, the things that are coming are going to be very similar to what we had before, because I'm going to reuse a lot of those mods. I took a lot of the mods and things off of the other truck, and why wouldn't I do that, right? I mean, you know, if you've already got the stuff and you've already paid for it, why the hell would I let it go and not use it on this truck? I mean, I wouldn't have done a lot of the stuff that I did if I didn't like it, right? So let's flip on back around. Does anybody have any idea what that is? Any ideas? It's got some wires coming out of it. It's a plastic see-through box, and I did choose see-through specifically for this. Over here, we've got the aux beam. It is all hooked up and connected. I ran all the wires and stuff. And by the way, if anybody out there is going to be running wires, I went through, ultimately, the big grommet that's right down below there. Everybody that's done any wiring probably knows what that is. But right beside this wire bundle, or right behind it, I should say, there is a small, maybe inch or so in diameter grommet right behind here. And I believe that you could get through the firewall utilizing that grommet, and you don't have to poke a hole in that big grommet with the big bundle going through it down below. I would have done that, but honestly, I did not even notice that until I was already done with the mod. I was actually finishing up the video, and I was kind of showing where the wires go and all that stuff. And then right there, behind that frickin' bundle of wires, is a grommet that I probably could have used. I don't know. If I ever need to run through again, I guess I'll find out and I'll go through that grommet. Who knows? Anyway, no one has commented. Does anybody know what that box is sitting there? Mark Legacy? I'm sorry, I know I've messed it up before. Salute, Rob, in Quebec, Canada. I think that basically means I like the color. I had a few years of French. I don't remember hardly anything, but I believe that means I really like the color, which is, of course, Terra. Let's take a broader look at the truck, I guess. I'm showing you guys basically just under the hood, but the truck itself, I mean, this color, and man, it's sunny out now, so maybe you can see it a little better in the sun. Let's take a look at it from the back. Man, it's bright out here, especially when you're standing in a garage with darkness. But anyway, that's kind of what it looks like in the bright sun. It's kind of almost a burnt orange, I guess. If I had to maybe call it something. I guess I'd call it maybe a burnt orange, something like that. By the way, I haven't decided about these damn late stickers. I really don't like them, but they're such a pain to get off. So I don't know. Oh, we got a Jeep going through right here. There you go. That's not the one I pulled home the other day. That's a different one. We got the stickers on the back, of course. You've got you have to have those. I mean, come on, man. And then the black door handles I like. I actually put black door handles on the other truck. So we still don't have any guesses as to what that is. Anybody know? Let's see. Jim Hubbard, Rob, wash that thing. I know, it's freaking dirty, man. Chuck McDonough, that's an awesome color. Yeah, I really dig the color. Back to the aux beam switch. It's all mounted here. And man, if you're gonna have anything electric on the truck, you know, I've been seeing people talk about the Fang things up here and the lighted badge on the front, and how do you connect it and all that garbage. I would connect it using an aux beam switch or any switch. It doesn't have to be aux beam, you know, whatever. But that way all the wiring is kept under the hood, and then you control it via a controller inside the truck. And I've got mine in here. It's all mounted right here. You guys can see it's just double-sided tape there. That way, if I ever want to sell the truck or something, you know, I never do that. I can just pull this thing off and it doesn't damage the trim work. And I know that because I did it with the last truck. You'd never even know it was there. The only thing that you have to do after you run it through the firewall down here is put a little notch right in the corner, and you guys, you can't even see it. There's a notch that I notched out in this corner. And by the way, here's a little tip for you, I guess. If you want to remove this stuff, say you want to get back here for some reason, all you have to do is gently pull off this trim piece first, and you have to do this in order. Go ahead and pull this trim piece off. It's just held on by little nubs, if you will. And then pull off this top section, which is the vent itself, and this little black piece down here. It's all one piece, or all one assembly, I guess. You pull both of those off, and then you can have pretty good access behind. There is a lot of closed area back there, but there's some holes and things where you can run wires or do whatever you want. So anybody that's looking to do that. Also, I have the homemade HomeLink in here, and no, I do not have HomeLink on my mirror. I did a little short, and people were saying, gee, you've got HomeLink on your mirror. Why did you put those in? Because I don't have HomeLink on my mirror. Anyway, this center piece here also just pulls right up. You grab it on the corner in the front here and gently pull up on the other side, and then once you can get under the edges a little bit, you just pull the whole thing up. Now, you have to be careful when you do that, because there's obviously wires that are connected to all kinds of things on here. You know, I have this big hunk of 4x4 stuff here now and some other things. So you want to be careful when you do it, but you certainly can gain access under here. And that's how I removed the blanks that are here. Once I was underneath, I just had to squeeze in on the sides, and they are on the sides, and then push these right out. Pretty easy to do, and you can buy replacements for those as well, those blanks. I think they're called blanks, so that, you know, if I sell the truck down the road or something and want it to be back to stock, and they're not expensive, I can just put 2 new ones in there, which I actually have because I reused those from the other one because I had bought new ones. Pretty darn easy to do. Notice we have the big screen in here. Is the big screen worth it? You know, I like the big screen really just because of its size. Do you get any more for it? Well, I got navigation. Did I need navigation? Not really. I mean, everybody that has a phone that connects to a radio these days has navigation, right? You don't have to buy it extra, but it was a surprise to me. I didn't know that part of the deal with that big screen was navigation, but it is. And notice, I do have a phone holder up here now, and yeah, I know, I could stick a phone down there. I don't have the chargers, which is okay because I don't use them. So I didn't pay for them, but I like the phone up here mostly for filming. I mean, if I'm out driving around or something, I want the phone facing me. not looking up my nose if it's down there somewhere, or even my contraption that I had in the other truck. If you watch the channel, you'd know over here. It's much better like this. And I have the same thing in the Tesla over there, and it works really, really well. That's why I put it in this truck. Now, as far as the back seat goes, oh my God. It's dirty, number one, but it's horrible. You can see this is where I sit. I can't even fully spread my hand out, you know. And that other side is even worse. There is no room back here. I think the only reason Toyota still puts a back seat in the Tacoma is for insurance purposes, so you don't have to call it a sports truck or something. Oh, there's the RobMotive magnet. That's cool. I like that. Still no guesses as to what that is. Anybody, anything. Let's catch up on a couple of comments here. Jim Hubbard, love the truck. Thanks, Jim. John Williams, accelerator. Accelerator. I must have said something, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. AWM. Congratulations on your 2025 Tacoma. Why does the new Tacoma not have an engine cover like the new Tundra? I guess because it's a Tacoma. I don't know. And I'm not even sure how you'd put an engine cover on that mess. I mean, look at this. It's like a plate of spaghetti. How in the world would you mount an engine cover on that? I don't know. To me, it's a mess. And it would be better if it was covered, I guess. But I'm not exactly sure how you effectively cover all of that up. So maybe that's why. Toyota said, yeah, we really don't have a good way to do it, so we just won't. I don't know. Styx. I used to like that band. What up, Rob? Just picked up my SR5. Love these new trucks. They're awesome, aren't they? They are awesome. Toyota really did do a good job. And I know in the beginning, there was a lot of trepidation about the new truck. People were worried. It's got the 4-cylinder turbo. It's got a new transmission. And they did have some transmission issues, hit or miss, in the first several thousand, I guess, that were produced. Maybe first 1,000, I don't know. I will tell you I didn't have any troubles, any weirdness in my 2024, which would fall or did fall in that VIN number range. So I didn't have any issues. But other than that, I mean, you got a couple of things like you have in any vehicle, even ones that have been out for years, that people complain about, you know, the shutters in the front stuck, and, you know, on a couple of them. And I don't know, there might have been one other thing I can't even think of, but no real issues. The truck so far, I think, has been pretty rock solid, particularly for a redesigned brand new truck, right? Let's see. I should share this while I'm at it. Let's share this to the Facebook. And it won't let me share it to my group. Well, I wish it would let me share it to my group. There, I just shared it generally to Facebook. I always forget to do that until I'm like in the middle of the live stream. You know what? I wonder if I go to Facebook. Let's check something out. If I go to Facebook and I share it from Facebook, can I? No, it doesn't even give me the option. Well, that's stupid. Oh, there it is. Can I share it to my group? Group. Well, it has a group, but there it is. And by the way, the name of my group, where is my group? Does it not show my group? Wow, it doesn't even show my own group, does it? No, I can't share it to my own group. Huh. Well, the group is called 4th Gen Toyota Tacoma Owners, if you're curious. But apparently, let's see if I can select it. Sorry, give me a second here. I have to check this out. There it is. 4th Generation Toyota Tacoma Owners Group. And it's got my truck on it. So I'm going to share it there. I'm going to share it now. I'm just going to share it. I'm curious to see that. Like I say, the group has been growing like mad. It's got almost 13,000 people in it. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. Let me know what you think. Now, let's get back to why we're here. Let's play got to catch up on the live stream. Okay, next up, let's see. John Williams thought maybe that was related to the accelerator like you had in the other truck. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. You talking about I don't know what you mean. Sticks, yeah. Late year models are clear from that issue. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Now, is that necessarily true? Yeah, I'm not really sure if that's necessarily true or not. I hope so. But we'll see, I guess. The Guzzler. You should be able to. I should be able to. I am able to. I'm just not exactly sure what you're talking about, man. Let's get back to under the hood. There is, I think there's something else I've done under here. What else have I done under here? Oh, let's go back to this. Since nobody is guessing, you should be able to share the post, I mean. Yeah, I did. I ended up sharing it to the Facebook group too. So we'll see if any of those folks join. If you're just kicking in here and you haven't, please click that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. And let me know if you're coming here from the Facebook group. Let me know that you're in the group. And maybe some of you folks are already, I don't know. But I'd just like to know, how big is the reach? I don't know. Okay, let's get back to this. This is from a short that I posted. You guys can see it over the top. Maybe that'll give you a little bit better hint as to what this is. Those are 2 garage door openers, and they are wired to the contact points, or I wired to the contact points on the garage door openers themselves. And they then run to the momentary switches, which I showed you inside the truck. So what it means is instead of pushing the button on those garage door openers themselves, when I hit the momentary switches, they trigger the transmitters, which are now under the hood, and operate whatever it is they operate, I just think it's a cool way to add my own version of HomeLink or garage door opener buttons to the Tacoma, and it works really well. I was a little concerned that putting them where I did might have blocked the signal too much for what's receiving it, but they work really, really well. So I'm pretty happy with it. I did choose the clear plastic containers because I wanted to be able to see inside. I could have gone black, I guess, and it would match everything better. And I know it probably looks a little out of place. Looks like I have a Tupperware container under the hood, except for this, that's white. I mean, and these are white. So I'm going to say it's okay. But anyway, that's what it's for. Very low voltage, of course. All they have in them are those little button batteries. I had somebody actually in the group, and this to me was freaking hilarious. Somebody got in the group, and of course, groups are sometimes full of insanity. And I keep the group limited, believe me. I keep the screws pretty tight in the group because I don't want all the trolls and scammers and haters in there, right? It's not what I made it for. I didn't make it so Jim Bob next door could alleviate his bad mood by coming into my group, So anyway, I posted it in the group, and somebody said basically that what I did over there is dangerous, that I'm going to catch my truck on fire because I put this RobMotive HomeLink thing in the truck, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Either they have no clue or didn't pay any attention to the short. I don't know what their deal was, but there's like no voltage to it. I could take one of the button batteries out of there and stick it on my tongue and nothing would happen. I mean, don't swallow them, and don't even do that. Forget I even said it. Don't do that. I do not recommend doing that. But they're just batteries, and it's not hooked into the electrical system in the truck. There's no way. I mean, if those could catch your truck on fire, so could those transmitters, the clickers, when you have them in your truck. Because it's the same thing, except now they're not even in the truck. They're under the hood. It was just absolutely absurd, the things that some people come up with, right? By the way, if you haven't yet, don't fall down like I almost did. Smash that like button. I know we've got 30 people in here, and I know this is a bad time to come on, Monday after lunch. How many people are really going to click in? But hit that that thumbs up button. It really helps me out. And subscribe if you wouldn't mind. I would appreciate it. Jimmy Pham says hi. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Jimmy Pham says, how you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing? We're all doing good. Mark, Rob, you could try RC Hood Scoop. You could get it in flat black or your choice of colors also. Jimmy's good. Good to hear, Jimmy. No, not for me. Really, the only way that I would do it is if it was an actual hood that came from Toyota and, you know, was all incorporated and built in and OEM, in other words. Because I wouldn't want it to look funky. I wouldn't want it to look like I just set a piece of metal on there, which is all it really is. I mean, it's a painted piece of metal. It's not functional. So, a little sip of the green nectar always gets you going, right? So no, I appreciate the info, but not something I would really be looking to do. There is something that I am looking to do though. Let me show you down here along the side. We, of course, have, the truck came with these damn Predator side steps, which, excuse me, are the best looking ones that are out there, I think. But I don't want them. They're in my way. Every time I get in the truck, I step over them. My pants rub against the edges. I get dirty. It's just, it's no good. So what I want are rock crawlers. What are they called? Rock sliders. Sliders? Rock sliders, I guess. And fortunately for me, Toyota does have them. They're available. They've put them, I believe, on the Trail Hunters. And I want the same kind of thing for this truck. I do need to crawl under there and make sure that the holes that are there for mounting, because they mount right to the frame, that those are there and that they'll fit. And the cost on them, I think all in, you're probably going to be about, I think about $800 or $900. They're not cheap. But still, I think it would be a better look for the truck. It would also be more functional for what I want, right? Brand 700, I'm watching. Getting ready to head out to the airport, but I'm watching. Congratulations on your new truck. It looks awesome. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're getting ready to get on a plane? Where are you going? We're just down here in deep South Texas where it's a nice warm day, a little bit humid, I guess. Stick says, yeah, they're expensive, $900. Yeah, I know, that's a lot, man. I don't know. It's more than I really want to spend for something like that. I mean, they serve really absolutely no purpose. Brand says, yes, Chicago. You're going to Chicago. Where are you going from? If you don't mind me asking. I mean, you don't have to say. It's not like I'm going to jump in the truck and drive to wherever you are. But I'm curious. You're going to Chicago, which, if I'm not mistaken, would be pretty cold this time of year. Are you going from a warm climate, or are you going from another cold climate? You won't even notice the difference. That's got to suck too when you travel like that. I mean, if you're going from a warm climate to not at all from Dallas. Ah, gotcha. Okay. What's it like up in Dallas right now down here? Let's see. I will tell you what the temperature is here in a minute. As soon as I get it up. It's 75 degrees here. 75 degrees and milky skies. A bit overcast, I guess. Dallas, I believe, is probably a bit cooler than that, since obviously you're further north. I gotta grab my dew. There we go. Gotta have another sip, man. Here we go. So otherwise on the truck, the only other thing that I've done so far, I guess, is on the inside. And I put in, and this is not much of a mod really, but I put in all weather mats, or rather, they're already muddy there from my extensive off-roading that I've been doing. You're right. But anyway, these are the ones from the last truck, LASFITs. I put them in. And then I do have the tray. You got to have the tray if you've got a Tacoma. You got to have that. And notice, I do have the cords that are 75 bucks a piece. Well, for the whole kit anyway, in the truck. So we'll see if we can't get some kind of use out of that. I don't know. But that's really about it. There's not been much else that I've done yet. I do have a plethora of things sitting up here that need to be installed or not installed. I haven't decided what all I'm going to put in or on yet. I also have the tonneau cover sitting right over there and the sport bar sitting right up there. You cannot use both. It's one or the other. I haven't decided which one or the other I'm going to go with yet. Skid plates, they're ready to go, but I'm waiting until the first oil change for that because I have another mod that I'm going to do that's going to require access to the oil plug under there. So I've got pushing 200 miles on the truck now. I'll probably change the oil at about 1,000 to 1,500 miles, I think, something like that. So we'll see. Brand says, it's pretty cold, but haven't been outside yet. Chicago, excuse me, will be in the teens, I believe. Ooh. You can have that. I'll take my 75-degree deep South Texas weather, man. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to get on, say, hey, you know, it's been a while since I've been on here. Let you guys see, you know, kind of what's going on with the truck. I have been a little busy with things, and a lot of these are pretty time consuming, and I'm not really gonna do install videos. There are install videos on these two, meaning the home link kind of thing that I did, as well as the aux beam thing over here. So there are install videos on the channel if anybody's interested in seeing how those are done. Let's see. Clyde says, man, you are going to be a busy guy with all the parts you kept to put on the new truck. Yeah, I know. And there's some new things coming too. So it's not just a matter of swapping out parts between the two trucks. I know some people hate that. They're like, well, all you do is put the same parts on the truck. But it's a different truck. There's different applications. I mean, even going from the 3rd gen to the 4th gen, you know, they changed the location of things under the hood. Battery's now over there. Battery used to be over here. And while that might not be a big deal, it is when you're running wires and things. I mean, I used to be able to run right out of the cab over there, right to the battery over here. Now I got to run out of there and over there and up on that edge, and everything is just different. And one of the concerns I had when I did the aux beam is, am I going to have enough cable? Am I going to get there? And I really would have liked to have kept it on the other side, but now we have these two lovely fuse boxes under here, so not enough room for the battery on the other side. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, appreciate you guys joining. Once again, if you haven't before and you're new, or maybe you just haven't, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you would. I really would appreciate it. Clyde says, so what you paid for them, why not use those parts? Exactly. I agree. Have a great day. We might see you again the rest of this week. We'll see. Thanks for joining me. Bye.